is a good day. Inside of Performance Max, if you're in a Performance Max campaign, go to Settings, and then under Objectives and Goals, go to Customer Acquisition. Optimize campaign for acquiring new customers. Oh my God. Now, interesting. Bid higher for new customers than existing customers. Recommended, or only bid for new customers. Now, you've heard me say this before. If you ever see recommended in brackets, it means we are about to take advantage of you. And I find this to be no exception. I'm not going to tell you that it's not recommended. That's not what I'm saying. It really depends on your implementation, but that's the point. There's such a massive asterisk here that it's shocking to me that Google would say, this is the thing that you should do, knowing nothing about your model, nothing about your market, nothing about your customers, nothing about your lifetime value. We think you should do this. What this really means is, and this is probably in our best interest, and this is the direction that we want you to head. It's also interesting because they're kind of playing the same old value game. So if you choose this option, now you have to tell customers, to bid higher for new customers, you need to assign a value that tells Smart Bidding how much more you'd like to value a purchase conversion from a new customer. So this is the way that they were doing it when we said that they were cheating. And I don't like this model. It means you're lying about your numbers. So you're basically telling Google, I know this customer only bought $58.95, but I'm going to value them as a $120 customer. Not my favorite. There are reasons to do it. There are reasons to do it that we've done this in the past and we've made it work. So again, I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm not saying that. I am saying watch for this. The ultimate Google red flag. Also, I found a new little handy-dandy highlighting tool that I really like. Except they keep trying to charge me money for the premium version, as though I need premium highlighting. What am I saying? Okay, only bid for new customers. So cool, guys. So cool. This option limits your ads to only new customers regardless of your bid strategy. This is such a freaking game changer for the world of digital marketing. Never in the history, I'm so dramatic, but really, never in the history of online marketing have we had the opportunity to go to an audience this big and canvas it in this way. It's so exciting. So a couple of notes. First of all, when you go to your conversion actions, you'll see customer acquisition. So you can set up, before you set up customer acquisition, add audience segments to define your existing customers in Audience Manager. And if you've never done that before, by the way, it's not hard. It's not hard. You upload a list. It's a CSV file. They have a template that you can have. And Google's match rate is freaking insane. It's actually terrifying. A couple of notes about the new customer acquisition goal. You have an option to either optimize the campaign to bid higher for new customers or optimize the campaign exclusively to exclusively bid for new customers only. Again, it depends on your market, your model, what it is that you're doing. There's a ton of reasons, especially in the consumable space, and especially in a space where you have a ton of competition and your brand where brand doesn't matter. I would go with Google's recommendation and say, hey, we're just going to bid a little bit more for new customer acquisition, but I need to continue to pay for the people that I wouldn't otherwise get. So, pay attention to your specific implementation. Primary goals, grow overall revenue, but optimize for conversions from new customers, cool. Or grow market share with a dedicated budget for customer acquisition, what Kasim loves. This is the recommended mode. Okay, good for you, Google. Thank you very much for... Serious, this is the thing. This is why I'm so mad. Really think about this. It's like getting a 10-speed bike and then the instructions saying, we recommend this speed. Why? In what world could you do that without all the data and the information? Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't say that. You send somebody a manual, and well, we recommend this page. You don't even know what I'm trying to do, bro. Do you know what I'm sorry that I'm harping on this, but it's really important that we all consider just the idiocy of it. Like, it's the emperor has no clothes. It's right there in plain sight. There's massive exceptions. There's a ton of variables involved. That's what I meant to say. There's massive variables involved. And yet here's Google saying, if you don't know, choose this one. This is why they can't be trusted. This is why Google campaigns don't work. This is why I have so many people that are like, oh yeah, I tried Google Ads and it didn't work. And well, it's because you follow Google's recommended settings every step of the way and they're not recommended. It pisses me off. I'm not mad at y'all. I'm mad at Google. I'm mad that they would even have the audacity Okay, so this is what I don't understand. Google Ads only supports a customer's first purchase conversion as acquisition conversion. I think what they're saying here is subsequent purchase conversions can't be utilized as acquisition conversions. That's what I think. If somebody has a different read on this, please tell me. Google Ads only supports a customer's first purchase conversion as acquisition conversion. Duh. Unless they're trying to tell us subsequent purchase conversions can't be, and this is where you'd be using an in-app audience instead of an uploaded audience, because how would they know otherwise? Which, by the way, if you wanted to cheat that, just upload the audience. Surprise. As determined based on historical purchases and existing customer lists you have uploaded in Google. So that's cool too. Google will go and figure out who your customers are, especially if you're in the e-commerce space. But otherwise, upload your list and do it. And you can automate the list upload. I forgot who on our team figured this out. I think it might have been Yvonne. But via Zapier, with most CRMs, you can automate audience updating. I think that's still true. If something there has changed, because Zaps change all the time, and Google's API changes all the freaking time, then forgive me. But I'm pretty sure it's still possible. And if it's not hard. This is what's cool. We recommend this option only if you have dedicated acquisition-focused budgets, okay, or lead gen people, or if you're running a non-purchase conversion-focused campaign, for example, lead gen. Yes. So for all of you that have been bitching at me about how lead gen doesn't work, I agree. We're having a hard time with it. It's not because this is worthy of pausing. Your lead gen campaigns aren't not working because Performance Max doesn't work. It's because we're traveling at the speed of light, and you don't know where the stop is. And I don't either. I'm not telling you I figured it out. It's, lead generation. E-com is easy because it's like, oh, they bought. That's the stopping point. That's where we're getting off, Google. And then Google's like, cool, I can get you there. Speed of light, bam. But then you run these lead gen campaigns, and we're traveling at the speed of light, and we're like, we think we're optimizing for scheduled appointments. And Google's like, awesome, whoa, 500,000 of those. And then you're like, oh, my calendar's full, and none of them are qualified. Now I think I'm gonna, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's a really good analogy, by the way. I came up with that on the fly. Reporting on new versus returning customer conversions, super cool. We've had that in the past, but now, having it instead of Performance Max, I think is going to be, how is it going to impact our optimization? I wonder, I'm going to have to see the level of granularity this asset groups, insights, audiences, where are we able to see how this impacts. New customer acquisition goal will not be optimized for sensitive content, obviously. This one makes a lot of sense. You don't want people to know this is their very first purchase of herpes medication or whatever it ends up being. I'm sorry if that hit too close to home. Provide existing customer list to customer match. Highly recommended. So when you see recommended, it means don't do that or be careful. Highly recommended, I don't know what the rules are there. I actually do highly recommend that. I think that's very smart. Bidding, new customer only mode, acquisition, blah, 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 blah. I'll include this in the link to the description of the video. Y'all, PMax is cool. PMax is cool for these reasons. It's all strategy now. It's not. Google Ads used to be hard because there was just 500,000 buttons to push, and if you got one, it was like a calculus problem. The whole formula screwed up. Now we're getting hyper strategic, and I actually think the work is easier from a technical perspective, but more difficult from a strategic perspective. Which for my agency people, don't let this scare you. Performance Max is easier for people to run themselves. Abso-freaking-lutely. But that doesn't diminish your value. I actually think it amplifies it because now we're going to see like a saturating of the airwaves. And the people that can make this work, I remember when this happened to Facebook. All the little crappy Facebook agencies died on the vine because they had no value proposition. The ones that could make it work just charged more. Talk to my buddy Ralph Burns about that. So anyway, so cool, so excited. And we've seen it. We're Google put us under NDA and then sent us a slide deck. It was 67 slides or something. I forgot what it was. John said it on the last live. There's an insane library of new features and updates coming to Performance Max that are going to blow your mind. I'm so excited about them. I know we keep talking about it, and it's so rude to be like, well, I'm under NDA, so I can't tell you. But really, that's the truth. And Google's a trillion-dollar company with mean attorneys that have teeth. So I wouldn't want to piss them off. But I will say, now's the time to start learning Performance Max, because as the complexity grows, so too does the learning curve. And if you can start, we're all just figuring out the grammar right now. So it's an easier step for you to come piecemeal than to be like, all right, I'm going to figure this out later, because The train is leaving without you. So hop on board. Choo choo. Love you, mean it. See you next time. Wait, before you go, I'm constantly looking for amazing people to come join our team. So if you're passionate about Google Ads and you're passionate about customer success, please go to soul8.com/apply, and we'd love to see you as a part of the Solutions 8 team. Also, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. It lets the YouTube algorithm know that we actually know what we're doing. And don't forget to subscribe. We shoot a video every single day, and I don't want you to miss out on any of it. Lastly, if you have questions, comments, concerns, confessions, or you just hate my face and my voice, go ahead and hit us up in the comments. We get very little human interaction, and even the heckling is something that I kind of get a kick out of. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being subscribers if you're a subscriber. Don't forget to apply if you're interested in working at Solutions 8. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.